This outdoor night render took about an hour on our PC, which, to be honest, is only slightly faster than a very bored turtle. These types of outdoor renders are perfect for showcasing stunning projects like hotels, office buildings, or shopping malls. For homeowners though, they might seem like an unnecessary luxury. Some of these lighting ideas can work beautifully in your own home, like spotlights on the walls or floor, hidden LEDs, or elegant lighting accents. And that's exactly why we created the Sweet Home Lights plugin, to make it easy for you to try out these bold, non-minimalistic lighting options in your space. Before those lengthy renders result in an expensive bill, let's make sure to turn off all those unnecessary lights. Simply click Sweet Home Lights from the tool menu to switch off the lights, just like flipping the master switch. In the Light Settings tab, we select a light by clicking on it. Then, we press Ctrl and A to select all the lights in our home plan. Next, in the Light Settings tab, we move the light power slider to 0 and click the Apply Light Power button to turn off all the lights in the scene. Now, if we render the scene, it will appear completely dark, and the rendering will complete in less than 30 seconds. These two extreme examples illustrate a key point. The more lights that are turned on, the longer the rendering time. This is because more lights and shadows require additional calculations, which increases the overall render time. Now, let's focus on the kitchen. In the Levels tab, we choose Ground Floor. In the 3D view, we right-click and select Virtual Visit. Then, we right-click again in the 3D view, go to Point of View, and select the kitchen. In the kitchen, we have created a grid of ceiling lights. To select them, we first switch to the floor plan view and click anywhere to clear any previous selections. Then, while holding down the Shift key, we drag the mouse to select the entire grid of lights. Next, in the Sweet Home Lights window, we click Set Selection from Home to highlight the lights in the list. You might find the presence of this field somewhat satisfying, but it's important to note that converting lumens into light power is not an exact science. This process is based on numerous simulations, which, during testing, did not always produce the same results across different light fixtures. Additionally, there is no direct mathematical formula that precisely links lumens to light power. Now, let's assume that on the lamp packaging, we see the key characteristics, 1055 lumens and a warm white 2700 K color temperature. In the lumen field, we enter 1055 and press Enter. In the Set Temperature in Kelvins field, we enter 2700 and press Enter. To apply this setting to the selected lights in the list, we click the Apply to Selected Lights button. Next, let's render the scene by clicking the Create a Photo from 3D View toolbar button, using the settings shown in the Create Photo window. As the render progresses and small squares gradually reveal the image, we can see that the warm lighting is realistically represented. Once the rendering is complete, within a reasonable time for a typical home computer, we notice that the lights may be too bright. The floor tiles appear overly illuminated, and their grout lines are barely visible. In this floor plan, we strategically select two walls that define the area. Imagine that the extensions of these walls form a rectangle enclosing the kitchen. In the Sweet Home Lights window, with the light selected, we now press the Calculate Lumen button. In the Lumen Calculation window, we can see that the area has been automatically calculated, along with the number of lights. Under Room Type, we select Kitchen General. We notice that the required lumens for lighting have been automatically determined. By clicking Yes, the light power of the selected fixtures in the list is updated automatically. This time, when we render the scene, we notice a more balanced illumination throughout the space, highlighting each distinct element. So, while converting lumens to light power may not be an exact science, it can serve as a good starting point for experimenting with your own values. This process becomes even easier since, by adjusting the lumen and light power sliders, you can instantly preview the results in the graph at the top before applying any changes. After selecting the desired value, press the Apply Light Power button to adjust only the brightness of the selected lights, without changing their color. In the color and temperature settings, you can choose warm tones between 2000 and 3000 K or cooler tones from 4600 to 6500 K. If you need a specific color, simply click the Pick Color button. To apply only the color change, press the Apply Color button. And if you want to adjust both brightness and color at the same time, click Apply to selected lights. Let's move to the first floor by pressing the corresponding level tab. In the 3D view, select Go to Point of View, and then choose First Floor Bedroom. Next, in the Suite Home Lights window, sort the list by room name, and locate the two lights. First, select the hanging light. In either the floor plan or 3D view, click on the room, and then return to the plugin window. Now, click on the Calculate Lumen button. Clicking on the floor will allow the area to be calculated accurately. In the room type list, select Bedroom by General, then click Yes. For the color temperature, set the value to 2500 Kelvin for a warm light tone, and press Enter. To apply the changes to the selected light, click the Apply to Selected Lights button. Next, we select the desk lamp from the list. In either the floor plan or 3D view, we choose the surface of the desk that we want to illuminate. We click on the Calculate Lumen button. At the top, we can see the calculated area of the desk. Under Room Type, we select Bedroom Reading Area and click Yes. For a cooler light, we set the value to 5000 Kelvin and then click the Apply Color button. When we render the scene, we can see that the room has a cozy, warm light, while the desk light emits a bright, cool color, perfect for tasks at the desk. Although the mathematical formula for converting lumens to light power was based on a series of simulations that didn't yield consistent results, Suite Home Lights functions like a dimmer, allowing us to adjust the brightness of one or multiple lights. It enables us to set the brightness according to the area being illuminated and provides a more precise way to control the color of the lights. Equally important is the ability to quickly place lights, which allows us to experiment with their positioning and quantity. Now, let's see if we can create a 20-light grid at the speed of light. Don't miss our next video. Until then, we wish you a creative design journey for your own home or for a friend's.